Philadelphia Eagles wide receiver Alshon Jeffery, 17, lies on the turf in front of New Orleans Saints defensive end Cameron Jordan, 94, after the Saints intercepted a pass in the second half of an NFL divisional playoff football game in New Orleans, Sunday, Jan. 13, 2019. The Saints won 20-14. AP photo, Butch Dill, Butch Dill, Associated Press, New Orleans. When the New Orleans Saints finally found their rhythm, they marched one step closer to the Super Bowl. Using a dominant ball control offense and a few gambles that paid off, the Saints got 2 touchdown passes from Drew Brees and 2 interceptions from Marcus Lattimore in a 20-14 victory over the Philadelphia Eagles. Brees took the Saints on scoring drives of 92, 79 and 67 yards after falling behind 14-0. Lattimore clinched it when Nick Foles' pass from the Saints' 27 deflected off usually sure-handed receiver Alshon Jeffery with about 2 minutes remaining. A couple dozen Saints players surged off the sideline toward the end zone in celebration, while Jeffery fell face-first to the turf in agony. "We were real calm and poised and we knew we were going to get things done," Brees said. New Orleans, 14-3, will host the NFC title game next week against the Rams, 13-4. Los Angeles, which fell 45-35 at the Superdome in November, will try again next week, with the winner going to the Super Bowl. The Saints' win finished off a sweep of the divisional round by teams coming off byes. Will Lutz added 2 field goals for the Saints, who last got this far in 2009, when they won the Super Bowl. Philadelphia, 10-8, will not repeat as NFL champion. "No team has done so since the 2004 Patriots. We were going down to win, but I just felt like we beat ourselves, honestly," Jeffery said. "Hats off to those guys." Eagles coach Doug Peterson thought his team was on its way on that final drive to pulling off another stunning comeback win. "It just felt like the momentum at that point was in our favor," he said. "It's been that way all season, and we felt like that sort of magic was going to continue. This was really 2 games in one." Philly scored on its first 2 drives as the Saints could do virtually nothing right. "Listen, they got off to a fast start. They're a great team," Brees said. "Nick Foles has done a phenomenal job for them. We knew it was going to be different than last time. After that opening period, it was all New Orleans, yet the resilient Eagles kept it close enough that when Lutz missed a 52-yard field goal with 2:58 remaining, they were only 1 score behind." Foles, the hero of last year's Super Bowl run, got them in position for yet another late winning score, just like last week at Chicago and last February against New England for the championship. Then, Jeffery couldn't handle a second down pass, and it was over. "That's a great championship team," Saints coach Sean Payton said of the Eagles. "We remained confident." Brees had 2-yard touchdown passes to rookie Keith Kirkwood and All-Pro wideout Michael Thomas, who had 12 receptions for a franchise playoff record 171 yards. Thomas's touchdown capped an 18-play, 92-yard drive in which the Saints actually covered more than 100 yards because of penalties. "It lasted 11.5 minutes. What you saw from him today is what I see every day in practice," Brees said of Thomas. "He's a big-time player who wants to be the guy to make plays." Philadelphia had the ball for more than 9 minutes in the first quarter, after which the Eagles had the ball about 13 minutes and never scored. New Orleans, which routed Philadelphia 48-7 in November, gambled on its first play, and lost. Brees was a bit short on a deep pass to Ted Ginn Jr., and it was picked off by Cre'Von LeBlanc, one of several Eagles backups being used in the secondary due to injuries during the regular season. "I just think we had to find our rhythm," Brees said. "I tried to take a shot on the first play. Unfortunately, that didn't work. After the first quarter, though, a lot worked for New Orleans." Foles completed all 5 throws on a 76-yard drive capped by Jordan Matthews' 37-yard TD catch. The Eagles, who quickly fell behind 17-0 in that previous Superdome loss, suddenly led 7-0, not long after. A 75-yard drive highlighted by a 30-yard pass to Jeffery ended with Foles' short leap over the goal line for a 14-0 edge. Indeed, the visitors were in control until Lattimore picked off Foles' deep throw to Zach Ertz. The Saints showed plenty of moxie on their 79-yard march to a touchdown, faking a punt at their 30, with Taysom Hill running 4 yards for a first down. They also went on 4th and goal from the 2, and Philadelphia's rapidly depleting defense surrendered Kirkwood's 2-yard touchdown. When you just get that in guys' minds that we're going to be aggressive, that we're going to play to win, it allows guys to relax and to cut loose, Brees said. With Brees finding the range and his receivers finding loads of room to roam, New Orleans crept to 14-10 at halftime on Lutz's 45-yard field goal. Maybe the Saints were rusty after their wildcard bye, but they got 2 first downs, including one by penalty, gained 17 yards, and Brees threw an interception and had a fumble that was recovered by teammate Ryan Ramczyk in the opening period. Meanwhile, Philly gained 153 yards and scored 2 TDs, and Foles went 8 of 9 for 113, but Foles was intercepted by Lattimore early in the second quarter, and the Saints finally got going. AFC divisional playoff at New England 41, LA. Chargers 28, Sony Michel ran for 129 yards and had 3 touchdowns, and New England beat Los Angeles in the divisional playoffs to earn its 8th straight trip to the AFC Championship game. New England 12-5 will play at Kansas City in next week's AFC title game. The Patriots beat the Chiefs 43-40 in Foxborough in Week 6. The Patriots finished 9-0 at home this season. It is the 13th conference championship game appearance by the Patriots during the Tom Brady-Bill Belichick era. The Chargers 13-5 haven't reached the AFC title game since the 2007 season. Phillip Rivers finished 25 of 51 for 331 yards, 3 touchdowns and an interception. He is 0-5 in games played in Foxborough, including 0-3 in the postseason. Brady finished 34 of 44 for 343 yards and a touchdown. He improves to 8-0 as a starter against Rivers, who drops to 1-8 against New England all-time. James White tied Darren Sproles' NFL postseason record with 15 catches, totaling 97 yards. New England scored on its first 4 possessions of the game to build a 35-7 halftime lead. Julian Edelman had 9 catches for 151 yards. Sunday's Conference Championships NFC LA. Rams at New Orleans, 3:05 p.m. Fox AFC New England at Kansas City, 6:40 p.m. CBS.